This 706, the shifting was bad. We had a hard time getting it into reverse, and we had a hard time getting it in high range, and it would jump out of gear. It shifted like nothing was there. The park lock wouldn't hold either. In this video I fix all that stuff. I'm sorry it's not the best I could do, but I filmed what I could when I could. Okay, I gotta pull this cover off of here and get the shifting linkages fixed in here. We got the parts for this, I just can't find them. We got them a while ago and we put them away and we can't find them, so had to order some again. Well, I'll fix what's up here. I do have the parts for that at hand. Here's what some of our problem. This nut was loose. Look at that. See that? This lever's also loose, so that's another problem. Well, this will show up on the camera, but I've got to just shine the light in. I don't know if you can see this that well, but see that? See how loose that is down there? That's third issue. All of them need resolving to shift properly, and the linkages have enough play in them too. I know I gotta clean this better, but I did clean the top off as I pulled the platform out, which is a real tough job on these international tractors. The farmhouse, it's easy because there's nothing to them, but some with more substantial operator station, it's a lot more work pulling the platform, but it's off of there anyways. With a good one, so see if I could get that. Take it out. You see they cut the platform off to get this out. A lot of guys do that. Too lazy to pull it apart properly, so they do it the easy way. Getting this roll pin out is going to be the biggest challenge of all on both of them, I think. That ain't coming out of there. I'll try and pull this off up here first. See if they'll give you a better chance. Of course, it's always good to have a ratchet handy. That ain't going out without driving that friggin' thing out. Here, the shifters and the bearings buggered on this one, but the key seat's good and stuff. So I gotta clean this off, and I'll get prepared for the tractor. Now here first, then they clean this up and the bearing should pop off. I don't know if you can see this on camera, but on this thing, there's that roll pin I gotta push out. Gotta drive it out, and then this thing I gotta turn it around to get that out of there. I pull this whole thing off. I can't seem to drive that pin off, so this side comes freely. And I can take it with this side if need be. I don't like to take it there. Got the fuel tank support in the middle, so everything should all be fine. The other thing, the rest is supported by the other side, so it'll be alright. Take the perk off. And take these 4 bolts out of the bottom, and this thing should come out. Yeah, I pulled the side piece off here, and now I can access that easier. I'll pull these 2 bolts here off on each side, and this whole thing should come off. The transmission top. Dad did this off camera, but one of these levers was broke off. This one was broke off, and that's why we had no detents. So this is all completely fixed now. First controlled, whenever this shaft comes up, your fork comes out of place, and you gotta get that fork back in place. Got the reverse fork down there. So what I'll do is get this started. Not gonna lie, these reverse forks are a nightmare to put in place. There we go. There we go, the fork's in place now. Now for the fun part. These are always fun to put in. I know that's not right. I gotta do this off camera. There's a lot of stuff to align and try and get in place, so it is really a bitch. It's a nasty job to say the least. Actually, a 56 is easier to do than these, to be honest with you. They're much better setup. Again, I'm not sure I'm right, so I'm gonna have to hook up the levers and then try it. This thing's all ready to go in. I put a new O-ring on and stuff, and everything's in place, so it should work good. I believe I'm in neutral on the transmission. And what I do is I put the park lock in, and that way it makes sure it's in neutral and the transmission's in neutral, and I gotta suck this in a 1/4 inch or more to align everything. Okay, I'm in neutral and I got things hooked up. I'm gonna have to tighten it. I just gotta make sure that this works. See, there's movement both ways, so this should be okay. I'll have to tighten that up, and I'm set for, I got that lever set. It's awfully loose. The high, low, neutral, reverse lever is awfully loose, so I'm gonna pull it off and change the bushing. Some of these grease, this one doesn't. It's amazing how much good new bushing does. It's working too. Just see. Yeah. There we go. Yep, my reverse is working as it should. High range, low range, neutral, reverse. There we go. Neutral now. Shifting's a lot better already. Now that I got this done, I'll tighten everything up and put my side cover on, and then I gotta do more draining and stuff. I gotta change the oil in the rear end of this. I got the oil drained. It was my great uncle's tractor, and we haven't used it a lot since we got, but I don't think he ever changed the rear end oil, so we're gonna. Right here for the shifter. These screws like this with the slotted heads, there's something that if you don't use never sees, you may not get apart again. No, I won't need it never sees that far, but to have extra, it never hurts. All put together. This linkage was okay. There again, you get your park lock on to force it in neutral. And then you make sure this notch in here, which I've covered up, but this notch in here is right centered, and then you should be fine. That'll dictate the adjustment of this yoke here. Yoke has a little wear in it, but there again, the lever doesn't go right to the very back in reverse. You can feel it hit every detent. There we go, we're at high range, and it doesn't go all the way ahead in high range either, so we're good with that. And then neutral, it's perfectly locked in neutral. See, everything's right, the detents are right. Shifting's fixed on this thing now. Now I gotta do the park lock, and I gotta adjust that because the park lock, there's nothing wrong with it. It just, these 706s are really bad for that too, but they don't hold. And I think the biggest reason they don't hold is they have adjustments, so I gotta back these nuts off and extend this, I think. Yeah, if I extend that, should push that down more, so it should be okay. As long as the pawl stays away from the gears, it should be okay. Business done under here, so I've got to put the platform on. Putting the platform on these is not fun with the big fenders in the way, but it's doable. And these are a bigger platform than the Farmall. The Farmall uses a narrower platform. These are wider. These aren't even that light either. Very good denomination. As it gets. That's about stupidity. Let's try to find out. As you're seeing. Oh shit. It's good, kinda. Okay. In place by last one of the bushing chute. And I can't find it anywhere, so I'll have to probably pull one off a parts tractor, although I think they're even the same, these are the same bushings as what the farm fenders take, but I'm not sure. I'll get one off a parts tractor, I guess. But I think I'll do the rest of this off camera, you get the idea. Okay, I got the 706 running now, let's see how nice it shifts. It just goes right into gear, and there's no question. See when we'll get into high range. It is stiff shifting, but it works perfect. Okay, I'm on about a 10% slope. See, about 10% downgrade. I took it out of gear, throw it in park. There it is. And I'm holding her at 10% downgrade, so the park is fixed now. It never worked since we owned the tractor. Well, I hope this video has earned a subscription and a like. God bless you all. Catch you at the next one.